All right. So welcome to the session this afternoon. We're here with the School for Future and Innovation in Society Advisors. It's a unit within the College of Global Futures. This session is mostly discussing the Innovation in Society undergrad degree program, as well as the potential 4+1 accelerated programs available for students that are seeking a master's degree in Innovation in Society. We're very excited to celebrate National Transfer Week and have a little bit of opportunity to shine a spotlight on this particular set of degree programs. So I'll turn it over to our advisors. Welcome.
Thank you. I'll introduce myself first. My name is Elisha Thompson. I am an advisor with the College of Global Futures for undergraduate programs, and the Innovation in Society major is one of those. I'll let my coworker Z introduce herself, and then I will start talking for a bit.
So hi, my name is Z. I am the Graduate Recruiting and Advisor for SFIS. I oversee the graduate programs as far as the 4+1 programs, which are accelerated masters, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about that today.
Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen here, and hopefully I share it right, and it works. Yay, there we go. And now I'm going to start that slideshow. Perfect. All right. I like it when things work. So welcome to our session today. Once again, we're talking about the School for the Future of Innovation in Society, which is part of the College of Global Futures at ASU. Under the College of Global Futures, there are 3 schools. In addition to SFIS, there is the School of Sustainability and the School of Complex Adaptive Systems. And the College of Global Futures is available via the Tempe campus, the Polytechnic campus out in Mesa, Arizona, as well as online. We'll go over a number of things today, but we'll talk about how to get, briefly how to get involved, about the college itself, the campuses that our degrees are offered, how to transfer in, internships, careers, and then next steps. And then Z will talk to us about the 4+1. Again, my name is Elisha Thompson, and I'm going to start talking to you, sorry, extra slide there, about the School for the Future of Innovation in Society. You'll see here in the middle that we have the Bachelor of Arts in Innovation in Society, as well as the Bachelor of Science in Innovation in Society. And then we also have the minor, which isn't listed here, in Innovation in Society, as well as the certificate in Innovation for Impact. And if you'll see down there at the very bottom in white, there's the 3 accelerated master's programs. Actually, I'm sorry, there's only 2 at this moment. The accelerated program for the Masters of Science and Technology Policy is on pause at the moment, but we still do have the accelerated masters for a Masters of Science in Global Technology and Development and Public Interest Technologies. So for with SFIS, what are we about? We're about a lot of different things, but primarily we're looking at how technology and society interact with each other, interpersonal relationships and politics, social justice, broader impacts on the future and how technology impacts the future, as well as society in the future. And there's a lot of critical thinking involved in all of these things. So some popular topics that if you joined our major, that you would talk about would be self-driving cars, implanting chips into brains, or anywhere in the body for that matter. You can think about something like policemen with body cameras, and how does that impact in all these different ways, and what policies need to be involved to protect people and to protect citizens, as well as policemen. Smartphones, everything related to them, who owns the data around them, how does our dependence on smartphones impact every aspect of society. Another thing that you could think about would be cancer treatments and nanotechnology, and how that could potentially be used, and is it safe or not safe, and will insurance cover it or will they not, and all those things that are associated with that type of subject. Artificial intelligence within law enforcement, within the medical system, within technology as far as computer software, smart robots. We already have Alexa devices and Google Home devices, and I think there's another one now out there that I don't remember the name of. And then DNA and the genome being edited. And then quantum computers. I don't have a lot of examples around that because it's something that I don't even fully understand yet, but that is what this major would help you with. Really a quick and easy way to kind of think about what SFIS is in a nutshell. And this is actually from one of our classes called the Moviegoer's Guide to the Future. Within Jurassic Park, Dr. Malcolm berates the live dinosaur park creator by stating, your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. And that really does encompass kind of the overall theme of SFIS and the Innovation and Society major. So I'm going to talk just a few quick tips on how to find us. Should you decide you want to find out more about our degree program, or you really just, you're like ready and you want to apply. So one thing, if you have questions, who should you ask? Well, you can ask us, and I will show you how to find us in just a moment. Once you apply to ASU, you typically, especially as a transfer student, you have a transfer advisor, and that's somebody you can reach out to. And so just a quick moment to talk about the difference between the role of an academic advisor versus a recruiter and an enrollment advisor or transfer advisor. The academic advisor, myself, we're here to help you pick out classes. We're to help you navigate around the university. But your recruiter and your enrollment advisor or transfer advisor, they're there for you to help you through the process of getting admitted to the university and getting set to talk to your academic advisor to move forward once you're already admitted. And then what courses should you take at your current institution? I have an answer for you here in just a moment. So I'm going to pause the slideshow for a moment, and I hope that I do this right. And then I have another thing that I'm going to share with you on how to find us. There we go. Okay. So this is the degree search at ASU. And if you want to find it, all you need to do is Google degree search ASU and you'll find
Elisha.
it. Yeah.
You and your husband are lovely, but we only see your desktop and not the degree search.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How about now?
Perfect. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. So Google degree search ASU and you will find this page, not my desktop. And so once you're here, you can search by keyword, or if you know, I want college global futures, you can scroll down here and there used to be a button for, never mind. There used to be a button to find degrees just by colleges, but anyway, so you can just type in the keyword innovation and society, hit search, and then here you are, you find us. We are with the College of Global Futures. This is a link. You could go directly and dig into our website and find more details about our programs through the college, or you can just click here and go request information. That'll send an email to us and we will reach out to you. If you apply, that takes you to the application, obviously, and to applying for the admittance at ASU, and that will then connect you with an enrollment advisor or transfer advisor. So that, just give me a moment and I will get us back to the slideshow. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to talk just really briefly about events within the College of Global Futures and specifically for SFIS students as well. This picture here is one of our lovely engagement coordinators. Her name's Maria Eller. And if you're a student in our major, you will get to know her and meet her and work with her on many different things. So some of the events, I'll talk briefly about what's on the screen, but some of the more routine events, I should say, we have things like ice cream socials, so you can just come and hang out and talk to staff and students and get to know each other. We've had like events where you're tie-dyeing t-shirts. The residence hall for the College of Global Futures, SFIS, is definitely in there. has a lovely garden, and I know there's events where you can help garden, pick some of the produce that's grown or help plant new things. So those are kind of like day-to-day events that we have going on, but we have some big ones that are available each semester. If you start in a fall semester, there's a big welcome called Fall Welcome that has tons of events where you can learn what clubs are available across campus, learn about other cultures and the university as a whole. There's Passport to ASU, which is really the ticket to learning about clubs and organizations on campus, as well as important things you need to know for being on campus. There's Camp Global Futures, which is where you'll join all the newest students for the college and the majors will go to Prescott at Camp Way. You'll have a weekend there full of activities and events where you can get to know students and faculty and some of the staff members. There's also Homecoming, where there's a big game and a lot of events going on there, and Family Weekend, where you will bring your family in to join in all the fun and activities that are going on across campus, as well as the football game there. In the spring semester, we also have Spring Welcome. It's not quite as big as fall, but it's very similar in terms of events going on around campus. There's the Involvement Fair, which is somewhat similar to Passport to ASU. And then there's Open Door, which is one of my favorite. It's open to the public across Arizona. Anyone who wants to come is welcome. And colleges and units across ASU open up their door. So you can go in and see wet labs. You can go in and see the reptiles and the School of Life Sciences. You can go to I forget the name, Marston Theater, and you can see they used a telescope to put on a show and show us what's going on in the sky, which is really cool. I really, very much recommend Open Door to everyone. You can bring even your little brothers and sisters too, because there's things for them to do as well. And then of course, during the spring semester is Earth Month, and there are a ton of activities going around campus themed around Earth Month, and the School of Sustainability does some really cool things during that time too, which is a lot of fun. Student organizations, specifically for SFIS, we have right here in the middle, oops, sorry about that. Right here in the middle, there's Future Friends, which is where a new student is connected with a current student, and you guys become friends, and that the current student is there to assist the newer student through the process of becoming a brand new student at ASU, which can be pretty overwhelming. So they're there for you to offer support and advice and friendship. I think it's a really great program. And let's see, we'll move on from there. So one of the important things that students often ask about is practical experience during their education, and internships is definitely one way to get some strong practical experience. Our college has an internship coordinator. Her name is Caroline Sabal. She's here on the screen. And she actually is going to have a couple of people working underneath her soon. So we'll even have a bigger team to help out with this sort of thing. But for the Innovation and Society major, there is not an internship requirement, but it's definitely encouraged, and it is available to you. Caroline will help you through that process, which can be challenging. But there's internships available in both the private and public sectors. There is a program called the Fraser Global Mentorship Program, which we've had a number of students go through from the sustainability major. I'm not sure if anyone from the Innovation and Society major has done it yet, but it is an option. So in terms of resources, Caroline is there, and her team is there to help you in building a resume, cover letters, going through the process of applying for internships, as well as for internships. And then there is Handshake, which is used to help find internships. That is a tool that you can use. And then we also have somebody that is available to help you once you're ready to go out into the workforce. You know, you've completed your degree and you're not sure what you want to do and you're not sure how to get there. Well, Marcia can help. Marcia is our Career Services and Alumni Engagement person, and she is here to help with all the things, anything career related. She will do her best to help out. If she can't directly help you, she will be able to connect you with somebody that can. And in terms of where our alumni is working, we have a lot of alumni working at ASU, T-Mobile, Waymo, Task Us, Fulbright, and on the right side, you'll see some of the titles that we have students working under. And then again, sorry, I kind of already touched about this as I was talking when I had her picture on the screen, but Marcia can help you with resume, cover letters, making a strategy around your job search. You know, sometimes it's it can be much more efficient to have like a plan ahead instead of just kind of poking around. She can help you build your LinkedIn profile and work with you to prep for interviews and kind of practice that scary feeling that you get when you're having to talk to somebody that you want to work with and having to really sell yourself. So it can be really helpful to have a little bit of a practice with that. So next steps for coming to ASU. What you want to do first, you would apply and send your transcripts to ASU. And a really great tool that will be useful to you is the transfer credit guide. So you will be looking at transfer.asu.edu. I would definitely save that web address because it will be very, very useful to you as you're planning your transfer to ASU. Making a financial plan, make sure that you're really focusing and studying and keeping your grades at a C or above, and then talking to your recruiter. And then speaking of recruiter, I'm going to turn it over to Z in just a moment, but I'm going to leave this on the screen for just a few brief moments so you can write down this contact information. cgf@asu.edu is a great way to connect with us. Our phone number is there. And then our email, our web address rather, is collegeofglobalfutures.asu.edu. You could also reach out to the two lovely women on the right-hand side of the screen there, Nicole Herrera and Bridget Bavoset. I hope I said her name right, her last name right. They are awesome people. They are recruiters specifically for our college. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to them. They're happy to help you. So I'm going to shut it down from there and turn it over to Z.
All righty. So I'm going to share my screen, see if this works. I think you guys can see my screen. Perfect. All righty, so we'll go with slideshow. So basically what I'm going to talk to you guys about are accelerated master's programs here in SFIS, which is short for School for the Future of Innovation in Society. ASU is big on acronyms, so I should just warn you about that now. So here we have accelerated master's programs, and basically what those are, accelerated master's programs have kind of two parts to them. One is that they allow undergraduate students to complete a master's program in 1 year. Most master's programs can be about 2 to 3 years, so completing it in a shorter amount of time obviously is an amazing thing to do. But the other part is it offers you the opportunity to go to graduate school and access graduate school without having to do a lot of some of the work, the more expensive part of applying to graduate school. It can be kind of daunting, and so it's kind of nice to actually be able to complete it while you're already working through your undergraduate degree. Some of the benefits of actually doing undertaking an accelerated master's program. These are just some of the more popular ones. There's tons of them out there, but these are the ones that most students most say kind of attracted them to the program. One, of course, is finishing the master's degree in a very short amount of time. The other is that it saves money and time. And the biggest part is money. Grad school can be extremely expensive. And so being able to pay for at least 1 year using undergraduate tuition fees is absolutely a steal. Because then instead of paying for 2 years, you're just paying for the 1. If you're admitted to ASU and you have the grades and you make it into Merit Honors System, you can actually use the credits in the accelerated master's program with your Merit Honors requirements. The best part about this, I think, is one is that recently ASU certain financial aid packages and some scholarships will allow you to actually use excess money, if you have any, to actually apply it towards the accelerated master's program. So it's a really huge benefit. So now you're paying even less. And then my favorite part is that when you exit and when you're completed with everything and you graduated with both your master's and undergraduate degree, it adds to your value in the workplace. And so whatever career or jobs you're interested in, more than likely, instead of starting at an undergraduate degree salary, you'll have a master's degree behind you. And so with that, you can actually increase your earning potential, which is always good, I think, for everyone. I think we can all agree that that's like the best part about anything is, adding money to your pocket. So to talk to you about the two programs that we currently have, so the first one is the is a master's in global technology development. And so this particular program is looking at specifically the disparity in wealth and access to resources in countries, not just in the United States, but around the world, hence global. And so it really focuses on those ideas of how do we look at and help people gain access to resources. Science and technology are creating, not just cell phones, but all kinds of things that are actually not happening. So there's that, looking at that. And so it's a really great program for looking at those and answering those kinds of questions. It is a 2-year program, so it is a full year. It's normally a 2-year program, as you can see, I've broken it down. It's 1 year as your undergraduate, 1 year as a graduate student. It does have an applied project, and I think this is super important for students to know when they're looking at graduate school and master's programs, is what's your final project going to be? Is it a thesis? Is it going to be an applied project, a capstone project? Those are really important to know and think about. The applied project obviously is a question that you as a student would ask. You'd work with a faculty member, but you would be able to research it. And the nice part about an applied project is you can always add it to your CV or resume and actually use that and talk about that when you're out applying for jobs. And it becomes sort of this really cool project that you can show off and say that you saw a problem and you found solutions for it. And so it becomes sort of an active thing that you get to add to your resume. And that's the accelerated, that is the master's in global technology development. Our other program is called Public Interest Technology, or PIT, and it focuses mainly on the technologies used to better society. So specifically, things to think about with that are society. Like one of my favorite things are, that you can always see is the lights that transport, the cameras at light signals as we're driving, the cameras that are in buses and airplanes, and all of those things are public technologies that are used to trying to help society become better. And so this program, which is cutting edge, there's no other program like it in the United States currently. It literally is looking at all of those technologies and how are they working to make societies better? Are they worse? Things that some people are using with this program is some of the things that they can look at is a violation of privacy, lack of access to technology. Is some technology or sciences that are being used, are they inefficient, and how are they working? And so those what the students are looking. This is a really cool program to get into, I have to say. This is an applied project, again, so it's going to be something you're going to add to your resume that's going to go out with you into the real world, and you're going to take that with you. This is actually one of the coolest programs, is that it's online. So for those of you who are wanting to become online students here at ASU, this would be a program you could take and complete as a master's online. Again, it is 30 credits. It is 1 year. It is a 1-year program. So you'll be done much sooner than you think. It does require electives and all of those things. And so the next part about it is how do you know if you're eligible for these? Well, you have to have completed 75 semester hours in your undergraduate degree, and then you need a cumulative GPA of 3.2 or higher. When you get to ASU, if you're excited or interested in maybe looking at an accelerated master's program, the first thing you're going to do is reach out to someone like Elisha and say, hi, I'm interested in one of these accelerated master's programs. Can we talk? And she's going to help talk to you, and then she'll connect you to me. Or you can reach out to me directly. I would be happy to talk to you. And of course, I would rope in Elisha because I don't do the undergraduate side. So I'd need her to talk us through some things. But the best part about it is you'd be working with both of us together to help you reach your goals of earning a master's degree and a bachelor's degree all at the same time. So with that, if you have any questions about the accelerated programs, you can email me at sfisgrad@asu.edu. I'm leaving that up here at the bottom so that you can write that down. You can definitely reach out to us. We can answer more questions about the program, the application process, all of those things. The application process is fairly simple, but I wanted to leave that out. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So with that, I will turn it back to Abigail.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your insights on this program. I do have one question, and I apologize if you mentioned this. If a student is looking to transfer, do you have regular start times? And if are they different depending on if I'm interested in a campus program versus online?
In terms of the undergrad, yes, we accept admissions in fall, summer, and spring for online programs. For on-campus, it is the same actually. For its summer, fall, and spring start is possible. For the 4+1, and Z can correct me if I'm wrong, for global technology and development, there is a possibility of starting in any semester as well. I'm not 100% certain for Pitt. Is that for all semesters as well?
Yes, so we're currently both programs admit all 3 semesters, and I think I left it at the bottom of each thing. I just probably forgot to talk about it. But yeah, we accept applications for the start in the fall and spring. And since students are applying in the second semester of their junior year, there's plenty of time for them to get in to both programs.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question, if I'm transferring in and I'm coming in as a junior, is there any opportunity for me to talk to one of you prior to starting classes? Or do you want to wait until I'm an enrolled student?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. So on the undergrad portion, we can talk to you before you are admitted, but it would be best if you are admitted and we have your transcripts on file. We will be able to give you more detailed information about how long it'll take you to graduate, et cetera, et cetera. That being said, if you want to just check in and see what is possible, please feel free to contact us and make an appointment. But please try and bring an unofficial copy of your transcript to the meeting. That way we can at least try and determine, kind of how things will play out when you transfer your credits over. Z, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you on that.
Sorry. No, I was going to say from my perspective, you do have to be a student here at ASU, and so you would have to have your transcripts on file, and you would definitely have had at least one conversation with Elisha about what classes to take, because she's going to have to review your transcripts to determine where you're at within the SFIS programs to make sure that all of this is possible, and then she can actually start working to build your plans of studies and so forth. So
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, it sounds great. I hope that you have some interest in your undergrad and accelerated programs. And thank you so much for your time today and giving us a good overview. I don't think that we'll have any questions from the audience. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off and say goodbye to everybody. And yes, let us get in touch with Zia or Elisha if you guys are interested. Thanks.
Thank you, Abby.
Thanks, Abby.